스트라이커, 보스터, 업라이즈.
Striker is one of the hardest working players in this league. He just seems to outperform absolutely everyone in the server.
그 해외 팀에 들어가서 좀 걱정도 좀 많았었거든요. 그 이제 게임할 때 소통이라던가 생활할 면이라던가. 근데 게임할 때는 아직 좀 부족하기도 하지만 그래도 애들이 잘 도와주고 해가지고 괜찮고요. 생활 면에서도 제가 영어를 아예 몰라서
Surgical precision here. Striker, what a face!
제가 좋아하는 영웅은요 트레이서고요. 그게 엄청 재밌어요. 왜냐면 전멸로 가서 상대방 진영을 흔들고 딜도 넣을 수 있고 그리고 펄스라는 궁극기가 데미지도 세가지고 그 활약이 엄청 좋아서.
And Striker just styling right now.
He is the player to look out for.
Well, there you have it, guys. Striker certainly a strong part of this Boston lineup, but you know, perhaps struggling a little bit here around what his team is trying to do, and it's very different from what we saw them do, or try to do rather, against Philly, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I like the fact that they've reverted back to more of their old style. The problem with some of their old style is that Houston is inherently, and has been throughout the Overwatch League so far, a very strong anti-dive team.
Sure.
And we really saw them adapting well around some of these attacks and dives on attack around everybody coming in at once. I'm also not sold on the Moira with the dive. I think that's a bit weird. There's a reason why we've seen the Discord Orb be so practical with dive, because it allows for much faster kills from the backline diving DPS.
Very true. And on the Houston Outlaws side, you can see Jake subbing in for Clockwork, of course. And then we also have Boink. It's a control map, guys. So, of course, Boink will join the fray and join them for Lijiang Tower.
Boink had a very strong showing in Houston's first match. He came in known as a Lucio player. Obviously, we didn't see much Lucio in Stage 1, so now he really gets to spread his wings.
Well, this is a team, too, that really struggled on control maps in Stage 1, and they finally did win one in pretty commanding style, I would say, on, the other day. And, Boink, obviously a big part of that, now gets to be on that Lucio.
They won two. They won the tiebreaker.
That's true, yeah. They did win the tiebreaker on Ilios as well.
That's not what we expected from the Outlaws. They struggled so hard on control. It was their biggest weakness in Stage 1. Could have just been the maps. Well, I mean, we still saw Ilios, and they won that one, but
true.
Lijiang here.
Lijiang was the tiebreaker last stage, so there you go.
It has been an improvement, to be sure, from the Outlaws, and I think that's covering that weakness makes them obviously much more competitive against the other top teams in this league, because being weak on control is a huge problem, because
our tiebreaker
control, so you sometimes have to play two control maps in a match. So
it's the only map type that you potentially need to play two of. So if you're particularly weak on that map type, that causes problems. So that was a problem for Houston. Seems like it was getting a bit better in their match the other day. We'll see if it continues to follow that trend now as we get ready to get things started here on Control Center. That's going to be our first point between Boston Uprising and Houston Outlaws. No, you put the basketball through, not the suitcase. It's not going to fit.
So Houston has not played Lijiang in this stage. They played Nepal last time. Meanwhile, Boston did lose on it.
True.
And we are going to be in Control Center first. Boston will be going for a 3-tank look with Striker on the Tracer. So they're going to bring back the Moira, which we often see here on Control Center.
That's right. Nearly mirrored compositions. Just the Junkrat and the Tracer, the difference between the two of them.
I think I'd
go in triple tank.
I'd really rather have the Junkrat here, considering that against triple tank, you'll be charging up that Riptire so efficiently, and you also have the tools to deal with that Tracer on the flank.
Well, especially if your Junkrat is Jake, no doubt about that. Houston coming onto the point right now as it does unlock. Boston back into the hallway a little bit. Houston with the position already. Linkser takes down Gamsu. That is a big shield out of the way, and that's a bigger Earth Shatter coming in from Muma as well. That is going to be an easy take for Houston here on Control Center.
Linkser may have gotten the kill, Doa, but that was a setup from the charge of Muma onto Kalios. So that was the initial strike that caused that snowball to start rolling. Linkser waiting on the Graviton here. Kalios will have one of his own. We're going to see two Graviton and Coalescence combos.
There's some backcapping going on right now, too, for Boston. They got to get back and handle it. Oh, but there's a Graviton. The sound barrier dropped as well. Links are in a bit of trouble. Both Zarya's falling. It's a brawl, and Coolmat trying to escape it here. Meanwhile, Boston has nearly taken half the point. Looks like Houston gets back in time, but Jake does fall. There's a stick. Oh, but it's on the outside of the shield. No, never mind. Muma took enough damage. That's going to be a finish from Striker, and Boston flips it back. They will take a little bit of percentage here.
Yes, they will. They're going to get the point because of that back cap. They scattered the Houston Outlaws, forced half the team back while simultaneously hitting them with the grab coalescence combo. So Striker makes the opportunity that Boston needed in order to push onto the point itself. Still looking to harass this back line, is going to be forced out, zoned out by Coolmat. Gamsu held onto his Earth Shatter and threw out that cleanup, so he's going to have that tool available to him.
Yeah, Gamsu waiting. Gotta check those corners. No, he's just gonna go in. Whoa, Earth Shatter blocked though. Muma manages to stop that one. Linkser does fall though. Gamsu deep behind enemy lines, and he's gonna get smacked down by Muma's Fire Strike. Houston charging back in now. Can they push Boston off of this one? They're trying their best. Kalios low, gets some healing from the coalescence at the very end there. Jake, meanwhile, fighting off Striker here. That pressure from the Tracer is certainly scary for the Junkrat to deal with.
Shatter!
Oh, that's a big one. That's another 3 or 4 man Earth Shatter. The charge right into Kalios, and Muma has just been rocking Boston's world on this Reinhardt so far. There goes Kelix, and I think this point is going to belong to Outlaws very soon.
Oh man, the trap 2 catches Striker at the end.
Yep.
Kalios, though, has been charging these grabs efficiently on the side of Boston. In Korea, he was known as a strong Zarya specialist. He has a chance to play that again now.
Sure enough. Yeah, last time they were able to pair that with a sound barrier again to just give themselves some extra durability. They're not going to have it from Kelix this time, but they do have a couple other ultimates to work with. You could go for the bigger bang along with the Diva ultimate. All right, Muma backs out of the fight right there. Houston trying to hold on the point. Trying to zone out Kalio, saying no, he's got that Graviton Surge. You gotta know he's got it by now. Could be a problem. That's a sound barrier, or rather Raucus uses a Transcendence instead, trying to keep people alive. Healing onto Muma after he gets stuck with that Pulse Bomb again. Striker and Gamsu fall, so Houston weathering the storm so far. Kalios charged up, but he's gotta go backwards, and he's gonna get chased down and taken out. Raucus with a really great coalescence there, staying out of range of the Graviton field and Graviton Surge and keeping everybody healed up.
That was the critical play because they tried to pulse bomb into the mix and they tried to self-destruct as well to combo it up, and it didn't work. Now we're going to see them get stuck on the outside of the wall.
Yeah, it's a little stall from Houston, but they didn't get any kills out of it. Now Striker in trouble. Oh, that one got blocked, and Muma trying to get away, charging back to the point. No, they can't get to it. What? Boston does not even make it to the point, despite Gamsu carrying Muma all the way back there, but that's going to be one going to Houston.
Striker died on the point to some Junkrat grenades that we saw Jake spamming onto it while he was attempting to back tap.
Wow.
So there had to be a start on that fight in a 5 versus 6.
That's crazy. That was a crazy end to that one. But, you know, you got to give a little bit of credit to Houston at the end of that fight. They used that Graviton Surge to kind of keep everybody sort of caught up near spawn, and that kind of bought them enough time.
Yeah, forced out the sound barrier as well, so they weren't going to be able to have the overshield as they were fighting on the point itself. We are going to be on to Night Market here.
Indeed. Jake needs a bit of healing to start things off again. He's back on the Tracer this time. Looks like it's going to be some pretty classic dive from Boston here, running the Genji and the Tracer themselves. Striker with 2 right off the bat. Whoa, that's a big flank, and that's a big win already from Boston. They've got 3. And Boink running for his life now, getting a little bit low, and Striker will grab himself yet another kill. That will be the point going over to Boston early on.
That was great play by Striker. He snuck around here. He knows they're just trying to poke into the point with the Soldier, and so look at that collapse.
Yeah.
Great play calling from the Boston Uprising. They dive immediately as Striker starts harassing them from the opposite side. The flank is very effective, and Boston will start to get their control percentage up. Jake is now keen to take out Striker from this fight. He knows that he's going to be trying that flank again.
More Tracer dueling going on between Jake and Striker.
That's the difference. You can't collapse with the if the Tracer is occupied. Meanwhile, you still have the poke advantage with the Soldier.
True. Boston Uprising trying to defend against Houston now. Houston definitely getting shoved back a bit. Coolmat demeched already, and Muma down. Now that push over before it begins, and Houston gonna have to try to come back with a few ultimates next time.
Striker found himself back in the mix. Jake lost track of him and couldn't keep up the harassment. So again, they wait patiently for the opportunity to dive in there. Their tanks, once Striker manages to get on top of the soldier. So Lynx are having a lot of trouble staying alive here.
A lot of members of Houston, in fact. Striker hiding. I don't know if plastic stools give you a lot of protection, but he's stealthy at least. Neko down early, Jake, with a kill on that Tracer. Striker coming in from behind. He's got the pulse bomb. There's a Transcendence. Just got to wait that one out again. Houston trying to use the opportunity to get onto the point right now. Striker's still on the outside, trying to just delay as long as he can here. Muma hops way up in the air, but Lynx are in the tertiary of this fight, getting tons and tons of kills. As Striker just delaying here, but I think it's wise to save that pulse bomb.
That time, Houston did not wait for Striker to come in. They just ran directly into the point themselves.
Yeah.
Jake got some great value kills at the start of things, and they only have to use the Transcendence. So Houston maintaining most of their ultimate economy right now.
That's right. Now they got to handle Boston, trying to get back onto the point. It's going to be a Primal Rage from Muma. Self-destruct over the top here, and they're going to catch Kelix with it. Big one for Coolmat to take down the Lucio, and Muma getting some boops, maybe just getting some straight-up kills with that Primal Rage. Either way,
he knocked Gamsu off the map, and he totally denied the Transcendence at the same time. Great rage from Muma.
Indeed. Lynx are just coming in with some finishing touches, but he's going to have to back away as Boston still holding in that little room, but that's okay. Houston just needs to buy time. They've got a lot of catching up to do as Boston already has 83%.
Dreamcasper still with the blade, though. Boston lost that fight nearly instantly as a result of the Primal Rage. Point will have the sound barrier now. Jake didn't use the pulse bomb, so a couple of ults available now to Houston for this defense, but see, Boston's already on the point.
Yeah, that's right. They're going to drop the sound barrier, and that's the cue for Dreamcasper to come in with the Dragon Blade. Sound barrier, though, from the Houston side, and he can't get a lot of slashing done. He will get taken out by Lynxer instead, and now Houston back on there with the Transcendence, but there's a pulse bomb onto Kalios, and Houston, they look like they may be able to hold this one. Striker takes down Raucus. It's kind of even up, and wow, Striker maybe turning this one around here.
The distraction from the Primal Rage may be enough. Doa, Coolmat trying to remech, and he is actually going to get there right on the corner.
So close, man. But as soon, well, okay, they've got the tanks back again. Muma and Coolmat there. Boink trying to keep everybody up. Gamsu just trying to hold it. Man, that one hurts for Boston. You get so close. But now with the finishing blows from Lynxer, with that tack visor, they're pushing him back. Overtime ticking away. Oh, and that Helix rocket punishing Striker as he comes through the door. Kelix with some last second delaying here, but we're well into overtime. Dreamcasper once again, but you're never gonna get all 6 on the point again. Getting a little bit of healing here, but Gamsu taken out. Overtime, ticking away. Kalios back there. We're not done yet, guys. That's a self-destruct. Everybody's got to hide. No kills from that. But again, it buys time. Dreamcasper has managed to stay alive. In fact, point does go down here. They've nearly got the point flipped. That's right, the Dragon Blade. Oh, but Jake denies it, and Dreamcasper down. There goes Kelix. That bar's got to drop instantly as soon as anyone gets off at this point from Boston.
Gamsu, though, and that should be it. That's going to be it, Doa.
Man, that one lasted a while. What a crazy last fight, but Houston manages to pull out the 2-0 win on Lijiang Tower. They move up to 2-0 on the series as well.
And at the end there, had Gamsu been able to knock Coolmat off the map after Coolmat self-destructed, had he killed him before he could remech, that may have made a huge difference, but Coolmat barely stays on the terrain. Beautiful from Lynxer. That guy knows it.
That was sick. Oh man, so many good earth shadows from Muma too. Don't go anywhere, guys. When we come back, it is halftime. We will see you then.
The Overwatch League is brought to you by T-Mobile, America's best unlimited network. Omened by HP, the official PC and display of the Overwatch League. And by Intel, the official computer processor of the Overwatch League.